the brilliant history of Tiffany & Co. over its almost 200-year existence, Tiffany & Company has evolved into an iconic American jeweler with a global reputation for glitz and flair. Established as Tiffany & Young, a fancy goods business on Broadway in New York, in 1837 by Charles Louis Tiffany, 1008 Charles Louis Tiffany, in $4.98 were the total sales on the first day. In 1845, Tiffany also issued the Blue Book Collection, the first direct mail catalog. After the firm was renamed Tiffany & Company in 1853, Charles Louis Tiffany assumed exclusive control of it. Tiffany & Company began producing gold fashion jewelry in 1868, and in 1866 they unveiled the Tiffany Timer, the first timer. Charles Louis Tiffany unveiled the now recognizable blue hue that is still associated with the company in the 1940s. In 1998, the recognizable robin's egg blue was finally registered as Tiffany Blue trademark. Tiffany Blue was standardized in 2001 as 1837 Blue, a special hue developed by Pantone only for Tiffany, named after the year Tiffany was established. With the shift to a Grand Union Square shop in 1870, Tiffany & Company became the go-to place for the affluent and stylish elite of New York. Tiffany established its own design style and became well known for its diamond jewelry and silverware. In the Japonesque style, Charles Tiffany was dubbed the King of Diamonds. A 278.42-carat fancy yellow diamond was bought by Charles Louis Tiffany in 1878. The Tiffany diamond was given its name once it was cut into a 128.54-carat stone the next year. The Tiffany diamond is among the biggest fancy yellow diamonds in the world. The Tiffany setting was introduced for diamond solitaire rings in 1886. The Tiffany 6-prong setting, which nearly concealed the prong so the diamond seemed to be almost floating above the ring, won several honors at international shows. Still, one of the most often used settings for engagement rings today is the traditional Tiffany setting. 1940 saw Tiffany & Company relocate to its present worldwide flagship location at the intersection of 5th Avenue and 57th Street. This site would first appear on film in the legendary 1961 Breakfast at Tiffany's. The first film shot inside the Tiffany main shop starred Audrey Hepburn. First in a succession of designated designers, Chairman Walter Hoving asked the very gifted designer jeweler Jean Schlumberger to launch his own salon in the shop in 1956. The quirky and sought-after use of diamonds and gemstones in Tiffany Schlumberger rings and other jewelry is well known. First created in 1965, the Tiffany Schlumberger bird on a rock is still a highly sought-after design on the secondary market. Elsa Peretti joined Tiffany in 1974 and brought her signature Tiffany bone cuff and other striking sculptural pieces. Miley Cyrus accepted her 2024 Grammy Award wearing an 18K gold Tiffany Peretti bone cuff. Additionally well known are Elsa Peretti's Bean Tiffany Open Heart and Diamonds by the Yard jewelry lines. The first Tiffany collection by Paloma Picasso debuted in 1980. The graffiti on New York City towers served as inspiration for Paloma Picasso's Tiffany jewelry designs. Additionally available in the Paloma Picasso Tiffany collections are X designs, melody bangles, and olive leaf motifs. 2021 saw LVMH's $15.8 billion purchase of Tiffany & Company finalized. As a tribute to Tiffany & Company's history, LVMH produced an advertising campaign that included a number of the brand's classic components. Beyoncé and her husband Jay-Z starred in an advertisement campaign with the Jean-Michel Basquiat equals Pi artwork shortly after the purchase. Tiffany & Company jewelry boxes in Tiffany Blue are reminiscent of the blue background of the picture. Beyoncé has also covered Moon River, a song from Audrey Hepburn's 1961 film Breakfast at Tiffany's. Tiffany jewelry may be purchased at NY Elizabeth in two ways. Tiffany jewelry is continually sourced for our auctions and buy now marketplace, where Tiffany jewelry is accessible for instant purchase. Look back often, as rare Tiffany jewelry sells out fast and the variety changes. Nouriel Gino Yazdinian,